Coming up on Winning Bets, it's Monday Sumday, and I've got 5 MLB bets for you. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Matters with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. That's right, it's Monday, so it's Monday Sumday, where we sum up the previous week and see how it went. If we break down things first from a fantasy perspective, man, how close were we, guys, yesterday to that NASCAR race, the Daytona Road Course? We were so close to winning $10,000 on the NBC Sports Predictor app. I predicted the winner of stage 1 right, winner of stage 2 right. We got the final stage 3 right. We got the winner of the race right. We just flipped the second and third place finish. We had it going Truex Jr. Hamilton, and the real result was Hamilton Truex Jr. That's it. We predicted 4 of the 6 things right and just missed on the last 2, guys. That's how close my research is getting. We mentioned it last week on the NASCAR show that the research was getting dialed in and we were getting close and we were almost going to get a hit. And we almost got that hit this past Sunday. It was actually a little frustrating that we got so much right and we ended up with 80 points, and 80 points didn't yield us any profit. Normally, there's some weeks where I see where $80 does yield some profit, but not this week, unfortunately. But we're right there, guys. We're really so close. If you guys recall, also on the Finish Line app, we were pretty close. We had a couple of the groups right. Obviously, we got the winner right in Chase Elliott. So we're knocking on the doorstep. So we'll see. I know this weekend they're racing in Dover. There's actually 2 races this weekend in Dover. And I'm sure there'll be 2 contests on the Finish Line app and 2 contests on the NBC Sports Predictor app. So that'll be a lot of fun on our weekly NASCAR show breaking down those races. Overall, though, on Monday Sumday, we went 21 and 23 on real bets, and we were down 2.21 units. Again, just a kind of another frustrating week. Started off Monday. We went 1 and 4. The only win we picked up was the White Sox Tigers under. Tuesday and Wednesday were both profitable days. We had real nice Tuesday, Wednesdays. Thursday was, unfortunate. We only made 2 bets and we missed both of those. Fridays, though, is awesome. We'll put up this tweet from Friday. How about this? 9 and 3 on Friday. Man, Friday felt really good. Look at all those money bags there on that tweet. We got the, Astros team total, the Reds team total. We got the Reds run line. We got the Mets team total. You can see there that we missed the Mets run line. Actually, after we made the bet, the Mets pulled Jake DeGrom due to an injury. So, we're locked in on that bet. There's nothing we can do at that point. So we unfortunately took a loss there. But we got the Tribe run line. We got the Miami leading after 5 innings. Got the Yankees team total. Yankees covered the run line, and Cole was the winning pitcher. We should have gotten the Red Sox team total under 2.5 right there. That game went exactly how I predicted on the show. Unfortunately, the Yankees had probably one run too greater than what I would have predicted. So therefore, they brought in, Jonathan Holder, not a bum, but not one of their top reliever guys. And he ended up giving up a run in that game, which got the Red Sox to 3 runs. But would have been real cool there to go 11-1 had that gone and DeGrom pitched. But 9-3, that was really cool. That was, that was just really cool. Unfortunately, we followed it up, though, Saturday. We went 0-4. Just a frustrating day Saturday. And then Sunday, yesterday we were only able to go 1-3. Manchester United couldn't get past Sevilla. We took the Nationals run line. They only won by 1 run. And then we also gave you Kyle Busch over Blaney. This has really let you know how our week was, just how unlucky we were, and that it'll just let you know we're going to bounce back, because Kyle Busch had a top 10 car all day yesterday. He was absolutely dominating, the top 10 field. And then with about 15 laps to go, he had a mechanical problem. And, due to having gone to the garage and fixing the mechanical, he ended up being 6 laps back, towards the end of the race. So we had Kyle Busch predicted right there with Blaney, just unfortunate mechanical issue. You guys recall that I gave you guys some other NASCAR bets. They weren't official, but I'll put them up here. You guys recall, with all the NASCAR research, I tweeted these out and gave you guys. Let's run down these. We got the first one to hit, the odd card number 1. Chase Elliott went to hit. The second bet didn't cash. The third bet cashed. Kyle Busch one, didn't cash. The Kenseth one didn't cash. Boyer cashed. Truex Jr. is obviously not going to cash because we get Elliott there to cash as Elliott wins the race. So that ended up being profitable on my own personal, count here based on the NASCAR. So maybe look for more NASCAR picks going forward as through the fantasy games, it's proving that my NASCAR research is obviously working, and we're getting really close there. So putting it to test on some real bets, and like I said, my NASCAR bets there were profitable on Sunday. So look to be doing some more of those as we go forward. But all in all, just one of those weeks where it just doesn't quite go your way, but we'll obviously bounce back and we'll get on it this week and we'll put in some winning bets. Before we do that, I want to kind of break down, and let me slide over here. I told you guys about the baseball data. I just want to show you guys the baseball data that I actually use. You guys know in bullpens, I look at WHIP, opponent's batting average, FIP, ERA, and Ks per nine. And you guys recall on offense, I'm looking at average, on-base percentage, slugging, strikeouts, and home runs. Those are the stats for the hitting and bullpens that I look at. Let me just throw up here, you guys, and then we'll get into our 5 bets. But I just wanted to show you guys here. So here's the bottom 10 of the teams in the bullpen. And teams that I have highlighted appear in every single category. So we can see we've talked about the Phillies. Well, here they are in orange. They're an absolutely terrible bullpen, as we've talked about. Look at the Giants bullpen. They're in all 5 of these categories here. You can see the Padres are also the third MLB team that appear in all 5 categories. And then the Diamondbacks are listed here because they're appearing in 4 of the 5 categories. So really just bad bullpens between the Phillies, Giants, Padres, and Diamondbacks. If we flip over and look at the top 10 in bullpen, look at this. You can see the Indians. We've talked about the Indians, how strong a bullpen they have. The Athletics have a good bullpen. You can see the Brewers here have a good bullpen. The Yankees have a good bullpen. We talked about them on last week's episode. And then you can see the Dodgers, Braves, and Blue Jays are all teams that are in 4 of these 5 categories, so they have a strong bullpen in their own right. If we flip this over and look at the offenses, let's look at the bottom 10 of Major League Baseball and offenses in these categories that I described. Look at this, the Mariners and Brewers, 2 of the worst offensive clubs in all of baseball. I know people talk about Christian Yelich and the Brewers have a good offense. No, they don't. Stats suggest that the Brewers don't have a good offense, and we know that they lost Kane earlier this week because he, decided to opt out in the middle of the season here. So Brewers just don't have a good offense. We know the Mariners, don't have a good offense. Before I show you the team with the top 10 offense, I'm going to show you all of the teams with the top 10 offense. There's one Major League Baseball team that appears in all 5 categories: average, on-base percentage, slugging, strikeouts, and home runs. There's one Major League Baseball team. Who do you guys think that one team is? You think it's the Yankees? You think it's the Dodgers? You think it's the Rockies? You think it's the Phillies? You're not going to guess this team. Put it up here for you guys. It's the Orioles. The Orioles. Orioles, folks. You guys remember how much money we won off the Orioles last week? I know they were playing against the Phillies, so we were riding the Orioles against that terrible bullpen. We got money lines to hit. We got team totals to hit. But look there, the Orioles. Top offense in Major League Baseball. Unreal. And as we can see there across the bottom, the Rockies, Yankees, and Phillies are the 3 teams that appear in 4 of these 5 categories. But the Orioles are the only one. They're in all 5 of those categories. So just wanted to show you guys these charts. I refresh the data. I've got this. This is via a script that dumps it here in this thing. I run it only on days where a new series starts. I run this on Mondays and then usually Thursdays or Fridays, or just Thursday and Friday because it runs really fast. I don't run it within the week because things can to look at it on a day-by-day basis, I think is a little too much here. So I like to look at it as series change, and then within the series, look at the previous night, see which kind of bullpen was used. So this is the data I use, and that's how often I refresh it. So let's use that now. Let's jump on into today's baseball games and see what kind of action we've got. We just talked about what was the best offensive team in baseball with the Orioles, and they're playing the Blue Jays today. If you guys recall, we rode the Orioles to a money line win last week when they had Cobb on the mound. Talked about how strong Cobb is, how he's their ace, and he's also, I think a really strong. He's probably the best number 2, in number 2 pitcher, but I think he could also be, a true number 1 ace for several teams out there. That's how much I like Cobb. Well, he's on the mound today. He's going up against Rui for the Blue Jays. We, like I said, talked about how powerful. So this is really. We have a strong offense in the Orioles going up against a strong bullpen in the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays offense, though, is 20th in batting average, 25th in on-base percentage, so they're lacking there a little bit. I think at the end of the day, the offense will prevail because of Cobb. This is, I think, maybe the only day I'll maybe look to play this series because that Blue Jays bullpen is really so strong, and things get up late in the game, and I always tend towards pitching is maybe greater towards hitting. But because Cobb's on the mound and Rui's on the mound for the Blue Jays, he's touchable. And because the Blue Jays played a doubleheader yesterday, essentially, because they had to play the resumption of Saturday's game due to weather. Then they played Sunday's scheduled game. Every top arm for the Blue Jays pitched, really all the top arms for the Blue Jays pitched due to having to pitch 2 games yesterday. So even though they're a strong bullpen, they got a lot of innings on their belt yesterday being played in that doubleheader. So we're going to go our famous 2 bets here for the Orioles. Let's ride the Orioles money line at plus 125. I like that one a lot at plus 125, money line for the Orioles. And then let's go to Orioles team total. It's only at 3.5. Look, as long as the bookmaker is going to give us the team total at 3.5, we're going to keep riding it because I just showed you guys the numbers. Number 1 offense is essentially collectively the number 1 offense in all of Major League Baseball. So Orioles team total over 3.5 comes in at minus 125. So look for those 2 bets in that game. The next game we're going to break down is the Athletics versus the Diamondbacks. Showed you guys via the charts, via the bullpen data. Athletics have a top 10 bullpen. Diamondbacks had a bottom 10 bullpen. They were in 4 of those 5 categories. The Athletics, this is where they're a little frustrating. While their bullpen is far superior than the Diamondbacks have the better offense outside of home runs. The Athletics hit a lot more home runs than the Diamondbacks do. But everything else from an offensive perspective, the Diamondbacks are better at. Not greatly though. Like they're not, like a top 10 offense compared to what the Athletics are trotting out there. They're not that significantly better than the Athletics. So because the bullpen though of the Athletics is far superior than the bullpen of the Diamondbacks, we're gonna go 2 bets here again in this game. Let's go Athletics money line at minus 124. Not gonna mess around with the run line because of that Athletics offense being weaker than the Diamondbacks offense. Just gonna go with the straight money line here at minus 124. And then the other bet we'll do is the team total right there, over 4.5, and that comes in at minus 103. I think they'll be able to scrape across 5 runs across this Diamondbacks bullpen there. They'll be able to get to it late in that game. So Athletics team total over 4.5 comes in at minus 103. Will be the second bet in that game. And then I got one more bet for you guys here on this Monday. We'll do Giants Angels. If you looked at that, if you guys recall the bullpen, the bottom 10 half, the Giants were in all 5 of those categories. Just a terrible, terrible bullpen for that, for that Giants team. We know the Angels are struggling a little bit on offense, but Trout and Rendon are doing their things, and they seem to be bringing it every day. So we like that. We know that their other guys will probably come around, Calhoun, Pujols, and what have you. They've been showing signs, especially Calhoun. He's been showing some signs of coming around, so I like that. So I'm just going to go Angels run line here. I like this bet a lot because of the Giants' struggling bullpen. The Giants don't have a great offense in their own right, so it's pretty much even with the Angels. So the Angels run line comes in at plus 104. So Angels run line plus 104. All right, guys, so to recap, we're going Orioles money line at plus 125. We're going Orioles money line plus 125. Orioles team total over 3.5 at minus 125. We're going Athletics team total over 4.5 at minus 103. We're going Athletics money line at minus 124. And we're going to take the Angels run line at plus 104. Hey guys, don't forget, if you're going to tail one of these picks, just go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and give this video a like. Let me know that you're going to be tailing one of these picks and drop it in the comments. If you're going to be doing more than one, or if you're just doing one, I'm curious to see what you guys are, going to be tailing me for and which ones you guys are going to be riding with me here to the cash register for. So drop it in the comment section. Let me know. Go ahead and like this video that you're going to go following one of these picks. All right, guys, let's have a good, strong week. Let's start off positive. No bad luck, just good luck, good fortunes to the cash register we can to collect our money. All right, guys, I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.